Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie. Man, it feels like it's been a while, although really it hasn't. I've just been really bad about getting back on track with my episode reviews, doing them on a regular basis, and for that I do apologize. I am sorry that I took forever to get this done, but I promise you this is the last delayed video that I am doing. This is my episode review for last week's episode of Scream the TV series. The new episode premieres tomorrow night on MTV. I wanted to get this review done so we can get ready for the new episode. Please be warned before I start rambling on, of course, big spoilers to come for the most recent episode of Screams. So be warned, if you're not caught up or if you're behind a few episodes, don't keep watching or listening, as I will be going into spoilers, so you have been warned. That being said, I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Well, the worst of what I feared was going to happen, sure enough, it happened. Like I said in the last video, now that Zoey and Noah have finally got it on, they finally did it, that left them both open for a killing. It both left them more vulnerable to become the next victims, because it's like the only way they could kill Zoey off is after she's had sex with Noah, at least in my opinion. And sure enough, damn it, that's what they did. It was so sad to see her go. But as horrible as this sounds, granted, I felt bad for Zoey, but I also felt really bad for Noah. The poor son of a bitch has gone through it again, because it happened to him in Season 1, except in Season 1, the girl he was going to get it on with, they never got it on, and then she ended up getting hacked up, and then he experienced his first heartbreak, and now the poor guy is experiencing it again, his first heartbreak with this lovely girl who genuinely liked him, I think, to an extent, and of course she became the latest fatality on the show. And once again, it was another cat and mouse game between Audrey, Emma, and Ghostface, or the killer, as we're referring to him or her. It's not looking well for our two leads, because it seems like the evidence is mounting against them that Audrey and Emma are behind the latest killing rampage, and that's probably exactly what the killer wants it to look like, so that they can later pin this all on Audrey and Emma in the season finale, when the killer reveals who he or she is and why they're doing this. They're going to try to pin it all on Audrey and Emma for revenge of Piper's death. Of course, I don't know if he or she intended on actually killing Noah, but they definitely intended on killing Zoey, because, as we saw, that's what they did. And man, talk about psychological torture. I mean, the viewers and Noah and our other characters were led to believe that Zoey was buried alive somewhere else, because they thought they were getting live streaming footage of her trapped in a box, much like Noah was. And the only difference is that they figured out where they could find Noah, and they got him out of there. And they thought they could do the same for poor Zoey, but then when they opened up the box that was half submerged in the lake, oh, she had drowned already. It was far too late. And the killer knowingly played the recorded footage that he had recorded earlier of her struggling and dying, and recorded her screams just to torture poor Noah and Emma and Audrey. Mostly just Noah, but damn, what a way to go. Drowning. Oh, such an awful way to go. And this also eliminated the possibility or the theory that Zoey was the killer or had something to do with the latest killing rampage. Obviously, that was not the case. I mean, it's entirely possible she had a small part to play, although it seems highly unlikely. And now Noah has lost another girlfriend, and we've lost another character that we were starting to like on the show. Scream is becoming one of those shows, much like Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, that you can't get too attached to anybody, because anybody can be gone like that in an instant. It was also revealed that throughout all of Season 1, Audrey knew Piper was Emma's half-sister and didn't tell Emma or anybody. Of course, she couldn't, because then she'd have to reveal it was her who brought Piper to Lakewood in the first place, and it inadvertently caused her to go on a serial killing rampage. That would just make her look bad. But it's bad enough you withheld that information, but the fact that she withheld that Piper was Emma's half-sister all along, all of last season, I mean, damn, talk about keeping your mouth shut. That's something else. So, you know, and that only causes a further rift between Emma and Audrey. And what I thought was interesting about this episode is that even though they were going head-to-head a lot with each other throughout this episode, they quickly brush it off or put it aside and realized they needed to focus on finding and rescuing Noah and then Zoey. Well, more Noah than Zoey, because Noah was the only one they knew had been taken by the killer. They didn't know it was about Zoey until it was too late. So it was interesting to see them butt heads during part of the episode, and then when they weren't butting heads, they were trying to work together to actively find poor Noah, which they did. And now we've only got 2 episodes left. The next episode is tomorrow night. And then after that, the following week will be the dreaded season finale. And I say dreaded because we may lose 1 or 2 more characters. We will hopefully get the reveal as to who the killer is and why. At this point, our suspect pool is currently Stavo, the sheriff's creepy, tortured artist son. Although I think that's a bit too obvious. I also think it would be too obvious if it was Eli, Kiernan's creepy cousin who's got the hots for Emma. It very well could be Kiernan. He may have some bizarre reason for being the accomplice or Piper's accomplice as to why he hates Emma or something like that. I don't know. It could be Kiernan. And if it was, oh man, that would be a real gut turner for Emma, because she would have been she would be at that point completely betrayed by the one person that was really there for her for the most part, except for her mom. You know, if it turned out to be her boyfriend, it would be very much like the very first Scream movie. But who knows? It may not be. It may be somebody else who surprises us. I doubt it's Brooke. I don't think she would put herself through it, and she obviously cared for Jake way too much. It's not Zoey, because now she's dead. Unlikely that it's Noah or Audrey, and if it is, they're doing a hell of a job keeping it a secret. I mean, and that would be one hell of a twist. So it's exciting, and it's intriguing. We don't know who it is. But another very good episode from Scream, this one. I hated seeing Zoey go, but at the same time, I can't say I'm too surprised they would play that card, because as soon as Noah had become de-virginized, so to speak, you know, that meant that both he and Zoey were up, you know, the stakes were raised for them to become the next victim. And Noah very well could be the next victim. For a second there in this episode, I thought he was going to die. I'm like, no, don't kill Noah. As soon as the killer stabbed him in the stomach, I thought, oh, damn it, no, please don't kill Noah. He's like my favorite character on this show. No. And fortunately, he did not die, although he did go through one hell of a torturing experience. So, you know, I was really feeling for him. The poor guy, heartbreak, and then being kept in a box for a long period of time. Oof, scary stuff. But another good episode, and I can't wait for the next one. Well, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. Again, my deepest apologies for how late this video is. It's almost a week late, and I promise I will not let that happen again. This is the last of my delayed videos. Thank you so much for putting up with me and watching this video. I very much appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more episode review videos like this one. Check out my playlists of all of my other episode reviews I've done for this season of Scream. Also, don't forget to check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. Scream, the TV series, the final 2 episodes of Season 2 premiere tomorrow night and the following Tuesday, both on MTV. Stay tuned for it. It's going to be exciting. All right, guys, have a great rest of the night. Thanks again for stopping by. And, of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.